Hello viewers, this is Michael from Screen Reviews, bringing you a new podcast from my typical the Super Sentai Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly, in case you don't understand me. Also, I'll try to do my best not to breach your heart during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change your adult language. But again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change your adult language if you're under 18. Now, if you're over 18, then you should get to watch this audio podcast recording. So anyway, with this and everything else the way, let's get into the latest episode of Donbrothers. So basically, this episode starts off like this: we see Hara, the Yellow Ranger, at Black Kaido's cafe, showing the rest of the Rangers her latest anime. So basically, Motaro was there, the Red Ranger. Motaro was there, Shinji was there, Yoshi was there, and Joe was there, except for Isbar. So basically, Hara, the Yellow Ranger, was showing the other Rangers being Motaro, Shinji, Yoshi, and Joe her new manga that she was working on ever since she got put, ever since that whole plagiarism situation and whatnot. So basically, she's been working hard on this new manga ever since she met that weird manga artist named Senza, who we don't know if Senza is a dude or not, but she's been working hard on making a new anime and making it better than Senza's is. So basically, Senza is so basically as you know, the Yellow Ranger was on the fast track to be a yellow. The Yellow Ranger was before she became Hara became the Yellow Ranger. She was on the fast track to be a good manga artist until the editor found a manga series that was created by Senza, by an up-and-coming artist named Senza, who was a bunny rabbit, outfit, they found the similarities to it, and she got accused of plagiarizing, and therefore she lost her deal as to be the next manga artist, and no other manga studio won't touch her and whatnot. So anyway, basically Molotov was honest. He's like, basically everybody was giving their honest opinions about the stuff. So basically, she especially wanted to hear Motaro's, honesty about about her new manga that she's been working hard on, and typical Motaro say, I get this 25 points out of 100, being honest, it seems like Jiro really liked the manga, and being friendly, like, this manga is good, like, but as usual, he gets pushed to the side and pushed to the side and be annoyed by the other Rangers. Meanwhile, at the police station, we see Isbar, the Black Ranger, talking to Hara's, aunt, who is a cop, who he's been working with about the Beastlies. So basically, Hara's aunt, told Isbar, don't worry, I cleared up that situation where that Beastly took, that was posted as you. I took care of that whole arrest warrant, that Beastly who's posing as you, took care of that situation. So anyway, basically, Isbar has been working with, Hara's Ed, who is a police officer, or detective, basically talking about the Beastie. So basically, Isbar does not remember how he got out of he still doesn't remember how he got out of the Beastie dimension and who set him free from that Beastie dimension. So basically, after he was done talking to Hara's Ed, who might be some type of Beastly or maybe a membrane or whatever. So basically, her eyes are kind of creepy. You start to go creepy a little bit. If I didn't notice, she might either be a good Beastly trying to stop the bad ones, or she could be a membrane. I mean a cerebrain like like Sonai and the rest of the membrane trio could be a agent a agent could be an agent trying to figure out how to get rid of the Beastly. So anyway, so basically, everybody was walking by, and he saw a person in an animal suit, hearing out fires, and that's when his memory came back to him. It was a person in a bunny suit, just like in a pink bunny suit, who was the one who freed him from the beastly dimension. So basically, Isra. So basically the manga artist that that changed Haru's life is the one who saved Isba from the beastly dimension when he was trapped there. So basically, he went to he went to Black Collar's cafe to remember, to draw the person who was in that suit, and basically the others were looking at Isba drawing, and Haru said, "Oh, I know this person. This is the same. This is the manga artist that I got accused of plagiarizing from." So basically, Ezra Hadara went to find the manga artist, and basically they found the manga artist who is the Shinja, that's what the mega artist who's in the bodysuit that the Royal Ranger is accused of plagiarizing from. Found him or her. We don't know if he's a female or a male. Shinja. So basically, they found Shinza and started to chase after Shinza. So basically, they managed to chase after him and make the call to him, and basically, we're trying to get to Isabel managed to get to him first and got some answers to like you watch. Why did you help me? Why did you help me? Why did you help me to save me from the beastly dimension? From that beastly, you saved me from the beastly dimension. And Isba, turns out Isba is a girl, starring with a girl voice, who is a female. Sinfa is a girl. Basically told Isba that had a good reason why. Trust me, I have a good reason why I saved you in the first place from that beast dimension, because you're going to be needed soon. So basically, out of nowhere, so basically out of nowhere, we see this version of this rift open up right in front of them, and out hops out Dharma Masama on a bike, out of this rift. So basically, this was kind of a different version of Dharma Masama on a bike, hopped out of this rift from the sky, and started to chase down Ista and Sinsa, the manga artist. The manga artist. So basically, who wears the riot suit. So basically, how that managed to caught up with them, and since that, rabbit helmet fell off, and turns out Isba is actually Hadawa from the future. So basically, Isba and this different Donald Sama is also from the future. So basically, Hollow out the President Hardaway and Isabel was kind of shocked about this, and basically the future Hardaway was like, oh, I can explain all this later, but right now, need to get away from Dharma Masala. So basically, like her, so Isabel decided to put on the rabbit outfit to let Dom Mama chase after him. And basically that's when the real Dom Mama showed up and started to fight the Dom Mama in the future. So basically the future Dom Mama was fighting the present Dom Mama while they were, while Isabel was, changing into the rabbit outfit to lower the future Dom Mama the future Hardaway. So basically, the future Hardaway the future Hardaway followed the present Hardaway back to Black Kaido's Cafe. So anyway, at Black Kaido's Cafe, Ichiyoshi, Jiro, and Ichiyoshi, Shinji, and Jiro was still there. She's still looking at Haru's manga, and basically we see a future version of Shinji showed up wearing a suit and looking all nice and clean, looking like a mini butt in the suit, and basically Shinji and others like, what the hell's going on? And basically and Black Halo is like, what the hell, was kind of shocked at this situation as well. And basically, I could explain. So I could explain. I'm looking for. So basically, the future Shinji was like, well, I'm looking for Hadara. I'm looking for my Hadara. So basically, the other Rangers were like, were shocked at this. Hadara showed up, with the future Hardaway, and basically, explain this whole situation. So basically, it turns out the future Hardaway came back, used her points, and made a wish on Black Kaido's laptop to come back in time to become a manga artist in the current time. In the current timeline. So basically, they're from the future, and basically the Hardaway used her points and made a wish on Black Kaido's laptop to go back in time to be a manga, to be a popular manga artist. But she did not meant to screw her past selves over and whatnot with the whole plagiarism. So basically, this situation. So basically, like Hollywood's present, the future Hollywood's present in the past timeline caused Hollywood a real opportunity to be a famous manga artist. So anyway, basically, while that was going on, Isabel was still being chased by the future Don Mama Sama, and the present Don Mama Sama was still fighting the future Don Mama Sama. And basically, the midnight trio being Sanja, Omi, and Sentai was looking like, what the hell is going on? Why are there two Don Mama Samas, chasing that third person in the rapid suit? So basically, only recognized that it was Isabel in the rabbit suit. So basically, why haven't you destroyed that beastly who's posing as your wife? So basically, Son only has feeling towards, Isabel the Black Ranger. So basically, she gave him false information about if you destroy the beastly that is posing as your wife, your wife will be free from beastly influences by destroying the beastly who is posing as your wife. But that's not true. Turns out if you do destroy the beastly, basically who is posing as you know, that person also dies as well. So basically, you know, trying to use Isbra to get rid of his own wife, you know, that way he could be you know, having all to himself and whatnot. So anyway, so basically, so Obi decided to put on the rapid suit while Isbra went and more. So basically, you know, Momotaro showed up. Basically Momotaro showed up at Black Tiger's Cafe, and basically, you know. And got punched in the head by Fuchsia Harawa, but he didn't fall down. Nothing. He took the punch like a straight G, and didn't move an inch when Harawa punched him straight in the head. So basically, so basically they told him about the whole situation, and basically the Fuchsia Harawa was like, we came, explain the whole situation and whatnot, but but soon they had to go back to, the future Shinji and the future Hadara will have to go back to their time, go back to their proper time period, to the future time period. And it turns out that the future Shinji and Hadara are a couple, and basically, the current Shinji and the current Hadara was like, was this mind blowing about this situation. So basically, the others asked about the future, but a Shinji and the future Shinji and the future Hadara didn't want to say anything because they didn't want to really mess up the timeline even further by wanted to mess up the timeline even further. So anyway, Motar was like, I can't believe that, I can't believe you came back, we're talking to Hadara, that I can't believe you came back in time, use your points and, use Black Tiger's rich laptop and your points to come back in time and come as this manga artist in this time period. So basically, and that's the future Shinji really, said something deep, said something deep to Momotaro that really hit him deep. So basically, even in this current time period, you still have not changed, especially in this current time period. And Momotaro would say, "What do you mean I haven't still changed?" So basically, the future Shinji said that you're still not capable of happiness or having a dream goal. So basically, the future Shinji said that even in our time period in the future, you're still not capable of happiness or finding a dream goal for yourself. So basically, that kind of that kind of hurt me. Like Motar was kind of hurt by that comment from future Shinji. So basically, that's when Hada realized that, oh damn, I left Isbal with those two dumb Samas. So basically, meanwhile, the Midnight Trio and the Black Ranger were trying to stop these two Donbrothers from fighting each other, but things were not going very well. So basically, the Rangers showed up. So basically, the Rangers showed up, set for future Hadara, who was still working on finishing her manga series, and basically start to fight with the Midnight Trio and the two different Donbrothers. So basically, the Midnight Trio and the two different Donbrothers start to fight with the Rangers and whatnot. So basically, the future Hadara showed up, morphed up and held out the Rangers, and basically activated the Golden Phoenix and transformed into Golden Dawn, Omi's sister form. So basically, turns out that the future Hadara has the power of the Golden Phoenix and uses to transform transform into her golden only sister form, and basically managed to take down the future, managed to stop the future Don Momosawa from fighting. So basically, the future Don Momosawa transformed into his Megazord form, and the previous and the current Don Momosawa transformed into his Megazord form, and basically they got into a fight. During that fight, the current Don Momosawa was asking that, what happened to that mother voice? What happened to the voice of mother in your mind? So basically, he said, what mother, what mother voice? So basically, turns out that the future Dom Momosawa didn't have that mother voice inside his mind anymore. So basically, the current Dom Momosawa won the fight, and basically the future Dom Momosawa went flying back into the rift through time and space back to his own time period. So basically, you can hardly say that, I left the last panel of my manga for you to finish. So basically, and also your manga series that you've been working on is also the key of your future, and you and the others key future. So basically, you guys are going to need it. So basically, the future Hadara and Shinji went through the rift back to the time period, and basically the rift closed once they went through it and whatnot. So basically, Hadara finished the final panel of the manga series that her future self created, and basically it was out in stores, and basically she was kind of happy that that her future self is a manga artist, and that's when she realized that oh damn, I'm still this doesn't solve her problem in this current time period, because she still is accused of plagiarizing, and basically it did not help her situation, because she's still being accused of plagiarizing. It's still being accused of plagiarizing other manga artists' work, and basically that's how that episode ended. With with this situation, with this whole situation, with her situation, that she can't really, she still is considered a plagiarized artist, manga artist, and whatnot, because of what her future self did in her time period. So basically, that's how the episode ended on that note. So anyway. This episode was this series keeps on amazing me. So basically, on this, I just thought this series keeps on amazing me. All the crazy shit they're doing in this entire series. So anyway, this is a weird okay episode. So anyway, what do you guys think about this episode? Good, bad, or just okay, or not? Anyways, turn off. 1.